Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is the first weeks back in the gym, and the first video done since being back from the Euro tour and the trip. Unfortunately, as you may have seen, I got a little bit ill at the end of the trip. We were in Barcelona, mainly because of my own fault, because I was dehydrated. I didn't really realise the impact of dehydration had, shutting your liver down, making your bum a little bit stinky, vomiting, that kind of thing. So it took me about 2 weeks to recover. So today I want to go for a workout. We're going to do a leg workout, so bear with me. It's going to be more of a functional session, but it's going to be a back to the gym session. So it's kind of a workout which isn't going to involve too much load. It's going to be a bit more volume, a bit of a shorter session, and something that you can have a go of anywhere and everywhere. Oh hello, look who it is.
Oh, look at that!
So let's jump to the gym. Hello. So I've been training this gym for a while. I'm looking forward to get back in again. Last time I came was about a year ago, but I believe they've changed quite a lot of shit over the last 12 months. So I'm quite looking forward to getting in, having a little mooch around and play around with some of the different bits of kit. It's always nice to get the leg crushed with some other tools, isn't it? So when it comes to muscle groups, the most avoided is always legs, because it's often the most demanding and people just don't know the best way to train them. The way I tend to break mine up is by splitting them into 2 separate sessions. One's going to be a quad focus session, which we're going to go through today, and then the other one is going to be a hamstring and glute development session. The reason being is just I prefer to separate them up and get a bit more growth over those areas and give them the attention they basically deserve. So when people are splitting the upper body up, they tend to do push-pull. It's exactly the same with the lower body. If you see the hamstring is almost like the bicep and the quadricep like the tricep, you're going to get a lot more growth through splitting these two up and giving them a bit more volume and load over the week as it goes by. Now first we're going to look at the different muscle groups of the leg. Rectus femoris being the biggest, occupies the middle of the thigh that runs down the centre. Next we've got the vastus intermedius, which lies between the vastus lataris and the vastus medialis on the front of the femur. Then we've got the vastus lateralis, which is on the lateral side of the femur, runs down the side. Then we've got the vastus medialis, which is on the medial side of the femur, i.e. kind of the inner side of the thigh. So I'm just going to run into a quick warm up here. I basically get the hips moving, get the hamstrings moving, just because I've got quite tight hips. So I like to get as much movement as that as I can. So this one's going to really help the hamstrings. This next stretching movement is really going to help your glutes. You've got tight glutes or again tight thighs. I like to get down, sit on the quad and then stretch out as far as I can. So don't skip the warm-ups, it's going to be really helpful. This one is probably one of the best ones I took away from doing a bit of CrossFit. It's basically just squeezing your glutes through, getting that head forward and a big stretch through the arms just to loosen up the shoulders. So the first movement that we're going to be doing is a front squat. I do hybrid sessions, so this is going to be our compound movement. Now I've found, because I've had knee injuries, the front squat actually helps take away a little bit of the stress because I don't have to go as heavy with it. It also takes the emphasis away from the glute. Now depth is completely up to you. I prefer to go parallel as opposed to like ass to grass. Just go with whatever's comfortable for you, and the width for the squat, try and stay about shoulder width apart, or whatever feels comfortable for yourself. Now as soon as I finish the squat and the front squat on this one, I'm going to re-rack, and then I've gone into a more of a plyometric movement, and I like to use the pull down bar just to balance myself a little bit. So with this one, just a bit more volume work. You're going to be using more of the type 2 muscle fibers. Go a little bit closer stance, and just be careful with the lower back. We're using more volume with the superset on this one, and make sure you're taking sufficient rest time between the work and sets as well. After we finish that, we're going into our kind of more volume work again, but isolation work. So we're going to hack squats, but we're keeping this nice high rep range, 3 sets to 20 reps. So this one, you're going to get loads of blood flow, you're going to get the nutrients moving around, but I've also again gone a lot narrower stance. I find that this helps get that kind of quad sweep that everyone's looking for, making the legs look a little bit bigger than what they actually are, because I'm naturally one of those guys who has skinnier legs. So getting the outside sweep really helps create that illusion that your legs are a little bit bigger. After we finish 3 sets of that, we've gone straight into the split squat, which is our unilateral work, and a little bit of iso. So this one's going to create and make you work a lot on your balance basically as you're doing unilateral work. And if you've got any weak points, you've got weaker sides, really going to help with that. It's going to engage the core a lot. We spend a lot of time on one leg, so it's really worth developing this exercise, and I find it's one of the best, and you want to get the descent from the hip hinge. As soon as we finish that, we're jumping into Goblet Squats, which is more hypertrophy work. So on this one I did 3 sets of 12. Now again, it's going to be more of a front-loaded movement. It's going to require a lot of stabilising. The purpose of the plate is just to basically distribute the weight to the front of the quad and away from the glutes a little bit. And again, I've moved straight into some plyometric work just to fire up some of the fibres and really burn the quads out and get some blood work in there as soon as we've finished. So we don't usually hit any calves on the leg day, we generally hit them before every upper body session, as you've probably seen already. But today, I fancy getting a bit of extra work on a little, turn these calves into cows. Because I've got like a quite high insertion, you're probably seeing there, it's more difficult to grow the tissue itself. So with calves, you need to be hitting volume, weight and intensity, so that's why I do it 4 times a week. Because he's hitting on leg day, but we're going to go for a little bit extra today. As you say, that good stuff in life is all wrapped with a layer of shit. So the more and more you peel back, the more you get the cows. Workout did, and we just got home. Well, we haven't just got home, we've been doing a little bit of work, haven't we? Saturday, and we've got some catching up to do. We do the enjoyable stuff though, didn't we, on a Saturday? So yeah, Lucy's just edited on YouTube, I've just done some ad work, catching up with a couple of clients this morning when I got in. It is now, I was kicking on a bit, what time is it? It's 1:30, I'm on my first real meal. I had a kind of energy drink before, because as you know I always start off with an energy drink.
Did have a coffee
and decaf, didn't have a coffee. But our first meal is peanut butter. Well, that's a big blob of peanut butter on top. I've got 50 grams of oats, half an apple, 1 scoop of whey, and a big fat bowl of peanut butter on top. But this is always my morning go-to, and probably if I could have it, oh, that's a bit blurry.
Lunch and dinner.
If I could have it all day, every day, I'd probably have it. And I was one of those people who hated having oats as well. I was like, oh no, oatmeal again. But now, I love it. Probably just because of the way I make it. So if you're not a big oatmeal fan, try this one. It's about 500 to 550 calories. Because I fast in the morning. So what I'll do is I'll drop the screenshot around here somewhere of the calories, macros, protein, etc. But it tastes unbelievable. And then what I'll also do is, if you're interested in fasting, because I've had a lot of people email me recently about intermittent fasting, I'll also drop the link somewhere so you can go to my intermittent fasting video and check that out as well. But I'll stop blabbering on. Hope you enjoyed today's workout. Drop me a comment below of how you get on, and hope you enjoyed the video. And take care until next time. Bye bye. Bye.